Should we let this new girl do the night shift alone? Don't you think I coughed a little because my coworkers were once again talking behind my back? I had literally just gone to the bathroom and things like this. It was as if I had finished my work and left. Don't they realize how loudly these people talk? I can take good care of myself. I may be a new employee at this Burger King, but in about a year from now, I had handled the night shift of a bar on the highway. I could handle a group or two of drunkards. To be honest, sometimes during my night shift, I used to drink myself. Sorry, my mother was a thin child, but despite that, we were the manager. His face was unmemorable, and his eyes were focused only on my chest. You need more money, so you split the shift with a new unknown guy. Were you expecting me to stay with you? Maybe I was a little mean, but I was used to this kind of behavior. After all, the only thing I did was to make people feel afraid of being harassed so that they would share their shift money with you and you would take care of them. But it was Mia's misfortune that I already knew about it. Her conversation was interrupted, and the child started shaking his head in embarrassment. If he doesn't want company, then we should go. I'm in the middle of the night. Time doesn't like to stop at this place at all. But do you think that we know about her? Andrea was a wife-like girl who used to wear only black clothes 7 days a week. She always used to talk in such a way that she would not get entangled in anything, and I couldn't do anything about it. Was she afraid of the university kids who become even more serious at night? A few minutes passed, but both of them were still carrying their things. He was still talking softly. I liked working alone mostly because by doing this, I could listen to the music of my choice and read as well as do whatever needed to be done. Yet I am still in an unfamiliar environment. It was very strange that I did not know every corner of the restaurant, nor did I know which ice cream machine to break or clean. It had been half an hour since I had used my phone. The light above my head suddenly did not start flickering. If I had blinked, I would never have been able to see the darkness falling in front of the counter. It seems that this strength will have to be changed soon. I started taking it stale, even without wanting to. That was a very long day, and by now, I had understood that it was not a good time to do anything, especially when it was so late, when the chances of anything happening were high. That sound was so loud that I became weak due to fear, but it was just the sound of lightning. Who are you? I mean, welcome to Burger King. There was no answer, which made me a little cautious. I was no stranger to strange people, but I was very strange myself. But still, this thing seemed very strange to me. Have you come here to eat, or are you lost? Is there a storm coming outside? The trees outside the restaurant were shaking vigorously due to the flow of wind. Still, if you want to stay here, you have to buy something. Sorry, but this is the rule. Who is this? What do you mean? 1 minute you have my number. How come? I slammed my phone on the counter. Why is this kid messaging me all of a sudden? And I'm so scared inside myself. Why am I feeling scared? This must be a joke. Yes, it's definitely that kid. I immediately shook my head, unsure of what was happening. However, when I saw him, I screamed. The person I had seen before, so familiar. But there was something wrong with him. Where? What do you want? I knew it was very strange and too much to joke, but I had no idea what to do. It felt as if my heart was beating in my throat. There was sweat on my hands, and my body was both cold and hot. I wanted to run away, but I was so scared that he would chase me. What do you mean? Where's my bear? Which bear is she looking for? Who is this? Just until morning. Mother had said that everything would be okay. And yet, I was not feeling safe. Who could really think of a way out? Maybe through the back door or what? Sitting quietly like this. Okay, stay here. Hey, I'm going to the corporate meeting I told you about. Take care of the store until I get back. Got it, boss. Good luck. Thanks, but I don't need it. I hate this food. Background chit. Today in the chat, we will talk about why it is important to clean your toilet daily. So keep listening. No, let's talk about anything. Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you heading towards your destruction? Then you need a new and better pontoon ripple. Okay, subscribe today. Tell me what? Why don't you keep the peace? Come on, people. I need to reach somewhere. Oh God, this man is so stupid. There is a lot of traffic. I have to reach early. What a drama. Maybe I should have just walked. No, this would have made anyone suspicious. Who walks to a corporate meeting anyway? I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I mean, who calls himself a kingmaker? Probably something like that. My son calls it cheese crunch. And to be honest, I would say the same. Well, I hope their burgers are at least as good as they say. I have arrived. Was this where I was supposed to come? Whose one should I get? If we want to go, then we will go to the unit itself. What else? Who are you? I gave you this. It's just a cheap costume. I'm a kingmaker. It's nice to meet you face to face, King Bucker. Okay, this formality's at the door. Leave it and come inside. Then it's okay. Thank you. Please sit down. We have a lot to discuss. Yes, that's right. So, you wanted to talk to me about the best burger patty supply so that I can beat all the franchises around. If you like that, how are you thinking about doing this? Obviously, seeing the good quality of the beef. It means that I will have to use the patties provided by you instead of the patties that come in the supply chain. And then everyone will start noticing that the other Burger King, my burger, is tastier than that, of course. But how come your patty is better than the others? How do you make it? And say it is a secret. Well, how did I even know that it is good? Come on, don't consider me a cheater. It's an obvious thing. I will make you try it. I promise that it will be 100% Burger King quality. But eat the patty even better than that. And tell me, eat it quickly. It must be good. It is amazing. It is really very good. And I thought that you are going to sell me burgers. Restaurants. Then this deal is finalized. Let's start. Then it means that you liked it. I'm very happy. I know I have asked before also, but you have to tell me something. How do you make this? Well, if you want to know that much, then I will show you. But first, let me explain to you what I am doing. I want to make the best burgers in the world. And to do this, so I can do anything. And when I say this, I mean anything. It's easy, you run a Burger King, right? And that makes you called a Burger King or not. You are in charge of the burgers, so you are a king. I mean, yes, that can be said, but leave it at that. Listen to me. I have to use you, your knowledge of Burger King, your experience, your knowledge of taste, to create the best burgers in the world. I have to create Burger King. I want to make a Burger King burger. You know that every burger we sell is technically a Burger King burger. Shut up. I'm not talking about this. I want to make a Burger King burger. Do you understand? Leave it to me. Don't tell me what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I know not everyone understands what I'm saying. I know you're Burger King, so you have your way of doing things, okay? I'm like a Burger King, but you have to admit it, no? You are a Burger King. No, yes. And the burger I made was a good burger. Yes, It was the best burger of my life. So then I would like to show you how I make it. Do I really make it? I thought you said it was a secret. Forget it all. Come with me, you're kidding. You can actually make patties that are used in an entire restaurant. I told you that I am very careful about my work. Am I serious? Would you like to see the machinery here? The fact is that I have nothing to do with grinding the meat. All this is done before the meat reaches me. I don't know anything about all this. Aren't you the least bit curious? Well, maybe I want to know a little bit. So then go ahead and look inside it. Okay, so let me see what it means. What's going on? I told you, Burger King. I want to make burgers from Burger King. Stop it, please. Let me shut up. Up your patty will be wonderful. The general manager keeps disappearing every day. Haven't you ever noticed? What, no? Please, it smells so good. People think that strange incidents happen only in haunted bungalows or dark places. And I was also one of those thinking like this until something happened that changed my mindset. My name is Nick, and this is my first month working at Burger King after completing a vacation shift, even at that time of the year, because Burger King was looking for new employees. So it was looking for people who could work only for 3 months. Now, because I also had to do this kind of job, I got an off shift very easily. So now I am among them. I was working on the night shift where senior people managed us, and most of the new people were in cleaning and cooking. The first few weeks passed very quickly. This was my first job, so I was just cleaning and handling the customers while the rest of the employees were there. I was very happy to see it happen. I used to reach home quite late, but it didn't matter to me because I lived just a few blocks away. Everything was going well at work. Then one night, something unimaginable happened. We had closed the store and were about to go home in a short while. We were just a few people, and I was alone mopping up. My work was about to be finished. Only the game section was left. I was about to finish that too. That was when suddenly I heard a sound in the ball stomach. The ball stomach was neither very big nor very good. One could easily see through it so that parents could keep an eye on their children. And inside it, I discovered someone's presence. Because of being able to see through the pit, I saw the shadow of a child inside it. How could this happen? Perhaps one of the parents had forgotten to take their child. Surely they must have been searching through it like crazy. I headed towards the ball pit. I ran, and when I peeped into one of its pipes, I could not see anything. How could this be possible? Come here quickly, guys, I called out to my other friends, while not taking my eyes off the ball pit. That boy was somewhere in front of my eyes, but now he was not visible to me. But I was sure that he was here. It was not possible that he would go anywhere. I told everything to my friends, and we all started investigating that place, but we didn't find anyone. Are you sure you saw him there? Yes. I not only saw his shadow in the ball pit, but also heard his voice when you were looking for him. Maybe he ran away. Where will all the doors go? It's closed, and I haven't seen him come out of my eyes. Andrew, you've been here a long time. Have you ever seen something like this before? No, never. I'm sure it was just your imagination. There's nothing here. It's late at night. Now let's leave all this and go home. And after saying this, we all left from there. Everyone was laughing at me and making fun of me that I have seen a ghost. But no one believed me. I wanted to prove to all of them that what I saw was true. And I was going to do it for many days to come. I told them to come to the play area and see if something was happening there. But to my disappointment, nothing happened. Some more time passed, and now no one believed me. But then again, when I was alone, the same thing repeated itself. I was once again cleaning the play area and arranging chairs when I saw a shadow in the play area. I thought of calling my friends, but he could have disappeared back. So this time, I took a very logical step. I took out my phone and started recording. I thought that by recording, the shadow would not be visible on the phone, but it did not happen, and everything was visible on the mobile camera. As soon as I finished the recording, I called my partner softly, but no one came. The shadow started moving upwards where there was a hole, and a plastic grill was fixed on it so that the child could not fall from it. I went near that long tube and looked inside it, and found the child, whose crying sound was also heard. But when I looked again, there was no one there. And suddenly, the crying sound stopped. I became deeply saddened, and I just stood in front of the tube, waiting for the child to come. And I should get out of here. I think that's enough. At least I have proof of his presence on the camera. Something brought me to my feet. At that moment, I was very confused. All I knew was that due to falling down, I hit my head very hard, and someone was pulling me inside the tube as I tried to stop myself. My eyes went towards the tube, and for the first time, I saw that boy. Looking at him, it did not seem that he was an innocent child. Rather, it seemed as if he was a monster in the guise of a child who was out for his prey. It was white, and the eyes were very big and black. With every second, that shadow was getting bigger and bigger. Big red veins were spreading from his eyes to his entire face. I did everything I could to run away from there. I moved my arms and legs and screamed for help. Someone help me. Save me. This guy's strength is not like normal people. No matter how hard I tried, he was very easily pulling me in, slowly, when my half of the body went inside the tube, so I held the tube with my hands. I stopped it for a few seconds, but could not hold it for long. My hand slipped, and it pulled me completely inside. I felt someone's hand on my face. I felt that which pushed me into a ball pit. But then suddenly, someone from outside held my other hand and pulled me out of the ball pit tube. It was a boy who was working with me. As soon as I came out, I saw all my friends standing there. Guys, you heard me. You saved my life. How come we didn't hear you? We were just passing by when we saw you struggling. Are you okay? I was shaken, but relieved to be out of that horrifying situation. I don't know what happened. But thank you. Thank you all for saving me. Don't hear you? I think the whole block heard you scream, one of my friends exclaimed. You saw that, not that ghost boy. We didn't see anything. You were alone. But you held my hand. And that too, I was pulling you, sorry. But nothing happened. No one was pulling you from the other side. I just held your hand and pulled you, another friend clarified. After that, everyone started looking at me with worried eyes. The play area was empty, and I was alone once again. Well, this time, he will believe me. I took out my cell phone and watched the recording. He also got surprised and watched the recording and moved away from the tube. At the same time, I felt relieved and horrified. When I lifted my leg, we all saw the same thing. My leg. It was red, and there were some child's fingerprints on it. The next day, I told everything to our manager. I also told him that there were other people there besides me who saw it. And without any worries, he said that he would take care of it. After a week and a half, I was given a notice of termination from the job. I made a lot of noise about this, but it did not make any difference. No one did anything. I feel that somewhere the manager already knew about this, and he decided not to do anything, so that due to fear, no one stops coming to his restaurant, and this place does not get closed. Many families come here attracted by the play area of this place. Even today, they are at the same place that attacked me that night. But who knows? One day, he might see the child alone, and he might attack him, and there would be no one to save him.